to another exciting episode of My Exciting Life. It's me, Amputee Adele, and today we're going to do a video I've been meaning to do for a while. What's in my skate bag? So as you saw in the intro there, just did a bit of skating around. Been feeling a lot more confident just skating and changing positions. I learned a brand new trick. I hope you got to see it there. My nollie backside 180. Don't know why I can't do frontside yet, but backside, and don't know why nollie and not like normal. But anyway, so pretty sure I've got some new tricks there. Also got some. They were like switch drop-ins on the wall. I decided to drop in with my left foot on the wall rather than my crutch, because normally I'm like in regular stance when I'm dropping off. But I decided to do it a little bit differently there today. So this is a video I've been meaning to do for a while. I don't even know really where to start with this because I've got a bloody big bag. So I don't always take it out every single time when I skateboard, because I do have like a little fanny pack, bum bag, crossbody, whatever you want to call it. I put my phone, I put a bit of wax, and my headphones, and maybe one of my all-time longest skate tools I've had, and I would thoroughly recommend if you haven't got one already. It's just literally like a carabiner, but it's got all the different sized hexes there. So you've got the bolts for your hardware, for your trucks, for the axles, and also for the kingpins. You've also got a handy dandy bottle opener there as well. We've got Phillips, Allen, that's me, back in the hole, and you've even got like, although it's slightly roughed down now, or smoothed down should I say, you've got a bit there to sand down the edge of your grip tape. So it's a pretty handy tool to have all in all. So that's the first thing we've got, and I carry that with me virtually everywhere I go. So that's the first thing. So we're going to look in the top bit of the bag first, because that seems to be like the most like sense to start. I do have a lot of things in this bag, by the way, guys. So first of all, we've got a neutral density filter. This one is awesome, I love it, and I've also got in here a spare memory card, which I don't think you can go far wrong. I keep these two things together. This is the kind of lens you want to use when you've got like really like sunny weather going on, or you want to create like that contrast situation. You can block a lot of the light out in a very specific way. It's variable as well, so it goes from ND2 to 400. So it's variable, and you can go basically to block pretty much all the light out, maybe except for like the sun. So you can create some pretty cool effects, quite good on very sunny days when you need to take that glare out. I put that back in there for now, but that's in its nice little handy dandy case that keeps it all safe. It is really surprisingly useful, maybe because I'm a photographer first and a videographer second, that I have these strange things, but this is one of those useful things to have. Along the same lines of that, we've got a spare camera battery. Always useful to have. I normally carry two. I've lost one of them. Not so clever. We've got another skate tool here. This one is more like the ones maybe you're used to, like the T-piece one. We've got like a ratchet bit there, either side there. We've got this cool bit here where you pop out the, yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like an old thing. These are things that I wouldn't say like you've got to like constantly carry, but I find that they're quite useful to carry. So this is like what's in my bag. So, you know, it's one of those things. Put that back in there. But yeah, you've got your different sizes there. This is actually a rethreader, so you can actually rethread, I guess, like your axles or whatever if the thread gets smoothed off. So that's pretty interesting. That's quite a cool little tool. I'll put that down there. What else have we got in here? Just a random hair bobble. Useful if you've got long hair, I guess. Headphones, yeah, these ones are just like wireless, Bluetoothy type things that you stick in your ear. They're not AirPods, but they want to be. I find these quite useful. Just having the little charger case around with it as well just keeps it all safe together, but no wires. I would thoroughly recommend the least wires the better, because wires just get tangled and broken, and that's why I've gone completely wireless now. So we've got our headphones, quite useful. Depends how you're skating. Sometimes I only put one light in and then I can still hear what's going on around about, whatever. But yeah, if you're skating by yourself, then it's also quite cool to have some tunes, or if you've got to block out annoying distractions, noisy children, or neighbours or things like that, then you can chuck your headphones in and just distance yourself, or get yourself in your little flow zone and skate your little heart off without being distracted. I've got some bones, speed cream, skate bearing lubricant. That's quite useful. Obviously you want to keep your wheels rolling as best as you can, and I do suggest like having like a speed cream does really help. Cleaning your bearings also bloody helps, but like this stuff is really good. I do like it. most brands do one or another. They all tend to be about the same kind of price. Much of a muchness. At the moment I happen to be using the Bones one, so we've got that there. And another little kind of useful tool here, I will explain this to you another time. I'll show you how you can actually make one, but this is how I call it my bearing press, because this is literally how I press my bearings. If you watch any of my videos where I set up a wheel, I will put the wheel in the middle and the bearings the other side, and then you tighten it from either side and it presses in a very even and consistent manner and hammers those bearings right, so the bearing casing, should I say, gently but firmly right into where they should be. I will show you guys on another day how to make this, but this is my bearing re-threader tool, so that's that there. What should we also go on? We'll go to the side pockets, because we've got side pockets, so why not? I've got a load of grip tape. This is just like spare grip, very handy to have. You may have something you need to smooth out. Sometimes your grip is just a bit too grippy or whatever. The situations where grip is called for, and it's just useful to have a little bit. I just bundled a whole lot in there when I did my re-grip change the other day, so I tend to carry that with me. It's useful, you never know. There is a point where you have to ask yourself, like, are all these things entirely necessary? And that's like kind of maybe where I'm going into next. The forays of you don't need to carry as much as I am. But in here also, I've got, this is more like if I was like traveling and I'm going away for like a weekend or something and I still want to use my camera. Oh my god, I found the other battery. Woo! Go me. So we just found the other battery. See, this was meant to happen. I've got a battery charger here and a variety of USB cables to deal with that. And I guess I might as well show you this now because it's associated with that. We've got, I think if anyone hasn't got one these days, then you should just get one anyway because they're damn useful. And they're so cheap you can get them like 10 a penny now. This one I got from Asda. I think it cost me like 10 or 15 pounds. That's like $20 to you guys in the States. But basically, we can chuck our cable in there like to charge. There we go. Full of coffee particles. Maybe I won't put it in there. But and then you've got start again. Handy dandy charging bank, which is useful for every type of electronics these days. I just have a variety of cables to go with it. I can use that to charge the Nikon batteries, or my action cam, or my phone, or my headphones, or whatever. So this is a very thoroughly useful device. I would not be without it. It is a useful hand to have away, especially if you know you're going to be away, like out maybe all day, and you're recording a lot, and you're using your phone a lot. This is definitely a very useful thing to have. I don't use it as much as I used to, but having said that, I haven't been like away that much, so maybe if I start going away more, I'll be using it more. But hey, I'll put that in a pile over there, because that's like the sort of electronics pile. So what have we got next? Yeah, an elastic band. An elastic band, very useful. I'll leave that in there. You know what an elastic band looks like. This is a screwdriver. I just find it more useful. I find this one more useful when I'm trying to really tighten in. Usually when I'm doing rails or something like that, because I find you just can't get enough leverage of something this small, and also that it just isn't quite the right size. So with this, you can switch it around there. But I do find this is the most useful one to get, really, if you need to really get a bit of tightening action in, and you haven't got a drill, which you might not have if you're out about. This is a good one to have, so put that one down there. Might as well deal with the outside of the bag while we're here as well. Girl spray for spraying armpits, for when you're stinky, sweaty, horrible, you know, taking a sesh and it's getting pretty warm. I've got some grip tape cleaner. This is like a rubberized thing you can actually buy, and you use it to clean the grip tape. If you want me to do a video on that, I can. It's pretty useful, I will say, especially if you live somewhere like I do, where the ground is like dirty half the year and wet, so like grip tape gets dirty quite a lot. We've got some, of course you need it wherever you go, bit of wax there. This is just like, I think it was fractured curved wax, can't remember exactly, but I had like a block like that big, like 2 years ago, and now I have a block this big, so it's useful to have. Just amount of times where you think, I could really do with some wax, and just having a little bit of wax, especially when you live somewhere where there's like gnarly curbs and stuff like that, it's very useful to have. So put that down there. We've got another hair bubble as well. That's the outside of the bag. You can put like water there as well if I've got like a small enough water thing. Speaking of which, water. Don't be on the sesh without your water. Keep hydrated, guys. Okay, so we'll go into the front bit here because we've got some random things here. This is like a mount for like, I think it's for the, you can tell it's awesome. You can tell it's awesome here, or you guys in the States call it the fall. The colours are really getting there at the moment. We've got some leaves coming down, and a photography job next week, hopefully involving autumn leaves and people, so that should be quite good. Photo shoot in the leaves, so I'll put that down there. More laces than anyone should ever possibly own. Don't ask. I just feel like you shouldn't be without laces, and then I just didn't know where to put them, so I put them all together. And yeah, laces. No one likes it when their lace breaks. Spare laces. And the world's shortest laces. They're 45 centimeters. I think they're designed for like 2 eyelets or something. Literally not good for anything, and I ended up paying like so much for them. Check the length of your laces. Check the length of the laces before you buy them. Here we've got my little extreme to ultra high definition 4K cam park, little action camera GoPro type thing. I haven't used it for a while, but it's because the lens is actually kind of a bit scratched and scraped on it, but I'm thinking about like revamping, getting it going up again, and maybe doing some POVs and that type of thing. It's completely dead flat of battery at the moment, so it needs charging up, but it's quite useful, and with its little cage there on it, you can adapt that, put it on the main tripod that I'm using for filming at the moment. Of course, that's the other thing I do use my bag for, is for carrying my camera from place to place when I'm skating, so you know, it doesn't get damaged. That's a key thing, I will say, so taking the time to do that, so put the action cam there. I think that's everything from that pocket. So we're going into the main section now, guys. We go into the main bit. Oh, I've got a glasses lanyard. This is for like putting on either end, especially when it's like hot and the weather's like really, it's really sunny and whatever. You find this quite useful for keeping your glasses on your head, because I find I get a bit sweaty and then I start slipping down my nose. I can't get this on properly now because it'll end up going over my hair, but there we are. So I can literally shake my head as much as I want there, and then the glasses won't fall off my face, especially when you're looking down for like tricks. That is quite handy. Alright. Glasses lanyard, or sunglasses lanyard if you were wearing sunglasses. You can also lose them on your shades. Speaking of which, we have shades. You know what shades look like. Good for when the weather's hot, good for when the weather's sunny. Got them in their little case there to keep them safe. I'm put them there, actually keep them safe for now, because we've got a great big pile developing on this side, so I'm going to move some things, the next few things I'm going to put over on that side. So this here is actually, it's a waterproof camera bag cover. I keep this with me just in case I could get a random shower or random rain. I can literally throw this over the top of the camera, a bit like a shower cap like that on top of it, so if it matches that with the camera, I go like that, and I can keep that dry, because the mistakes I've made from not letting my camera stay dry enough, and I've got a pile of DSLR Nikon camera bodies that need taking to repair. Careless or what? I can't believe myself. Anyway, that's that. Very useful. I've got a lens cap. That will probably be the one from the camera I'm using today. I don't keep that with me, generally speaking, it just happens to be there. First aid kit, I think that's probably actually quite a useful, sensible thing to have. I don't actually know what's in mine. I have a load of alcohol gel, like plasters, dressings, band-aids, whatever you want to call it, tweezers, safety pins, little syringe, gloves, probably some other dressings. Oh, I've got some steri strips as well, just in case I just stitch myself back together again. So that's pretty useful. Some painkillers there as well. That's my little. I guess it's pretty. Most people probably overlook how useful it is to carry one of these with you. I do find that, especially if you're as accident prone as I am, I seem to end up like, you know, all the time taking skin off myself. So first aid kit, definitely I think it is a must. It's probably a responsible thing to do. But if you've got a bag, a first aid kit even that size will go in, and you know you can get all the bits and bobs in that you need. I'm going to put that on top there so that doesn't blow away actually. Got this is just a cloth I use for like wiping down my skateboard, so if the wheels get like wet and dirty, like the other day the skateboard like shot out and landed in the pond, immediately dried it down, and it's okay. So cloth is pretty useful for that. Human cloth for human faces. This is when the weather gets a bit hot and sweaty. If I'm feeling a bit sweaty, we've got a towel here. This is pretty useful to have. Again, I don't always carry constantly all these things with me, but you know, I've got some biros here as well, just in case the biro system I need to write on things. Cruiser wheels. We've got the Richter Chrome Clouds. I really like these actually. They're surprisingly smooth. They're 78A, so they are ridiculously smooth. 53 or 52 mil, can't remember. But when you live somewhere as bumpy as I do, these kind of wheels, when you get from place to place, are pretty useful. And they're a good compromise in size as well, so like, I suppose if you wanted to skate park, I think you probably could skate park, and then it might be a bit too sticky and grippy, but they're incredibly soft and they do literally feel like you're floating on a cloud. I'd love to do reviews of those. I'd love to do a review of the Richters for you sometime. As a kid, I was always fascinated by I think it was the hollow cores, which they did back in like the 2000s, and like everybody wanted it, like, oh, I did anyway, because they showed you like the cross section in the middle. There was like air in it to make it lighter. So I think they were called air cores or something. You might still be able to get them now, who knows? But Richters are cool wheels. I desperately wanted some, and I managed to get some. So thumbs up. This one looks like a bit of a strange one. You guys probably don't carry these, but sometimes these things on the end of my crutches called ferrules wear out, and when they go out, you basically end up with like metal sticking out, which is pretty not good, and you can't grip on your skateboard whatsoever. But these new ferrules are effectively like trying to break in new shoes with exceptionally hard rubber, so the first few days and weeks can be a bit treacherous because it just doesn't grip on the skateboard that much, and it just feels very alien, probably because also you're used to it worn down to that kind of smoothness that it is there. But yeah, so spare ferrules, always useful for us crutch skateboardery people. I've got a what do you call it? It's like a muscle, what do you call it? Massage ball, which you can use for like sore bits and bobs. You can roll on it. This one is like, so you can use like the foam rollers. This is just like a small ball version of that. With this, you can get into more. So once you've found the area, if you've got a specific knot, you can really work into this. I found this quite useful with my hot pocket foot. I intend to do a video about that sometime because it did take me some time to actually cure my hot pocket. So that's why the video is taking so long coming. So apologies in advance. But yeah, exercise ball. These things are very useful. These massage balls. You can use them on literally any part of your body that you've got muscle. Feet are particularly good, so you could stand there and actually just roll them under your feet as you're going. Yeah, I just carry it with me because it's small and easy, so it's just easy to do that. I'll put that there. Right, the last thing we do have in here is probably not something that all you guys carry, but I think you probably should because it is an awesome, fun toy. And like maybe you're in between sessions or something or whatever, you can take the little kendama out and you can give a bit of a play around. I'm not going to play now because it involves standing up and getting or whatever, but yeah, I find a kendama is quite a cool thing to carry around with you. Let's see if we can land the lighthouse in. Yeah, well, it wasn't a lighthouse in, but it was a, you get the idea. And also we try a, what do you call it, thingamajig. So, literally like on that bit of my butt there, and it, oh my god, it hurts so much. Sitting down is really uncomfortable. Moving my leg, my stump, is like my residual limb is really uncomfortable. So, and it happened like right at the start of the session as well. Despite that though, still been cracking out some never been done for myself. So I'm going to head off now. I'm going to stuff all these things back in my bag, maybe grab a quick little cruise around, and look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, which I'll be dropping very soon. Thank you very much as always for joining me from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much. One love, worry less, skate more, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Don't forget, you got this. Peace. Oh, I can't do my next one then. It just happened. It's just literally my foot, my left leg wants to. You know, it's really painful. You got to move. You can't move it. I'm seriously not being as dramatic as it looks. My leg has actually gone to sleep. Don't sit on your leg. Oh, your butt.